So, Jake,
Yeah.
do you know what Jenkum is?
What?
Welcome to Internet Content with the Boys. I'm Jake. That's Landon. That's backwards. And we're here to talk about stuff today. If you want to know what Jenkum is, you're going to have to wait till later.
Yeah, I'll just kind of like plop it in at the very end of the, like after the outro. I'll just plop it in there. All right.
I've previously explained what it is. Jake didn't give me a proper response that I wanted, so we had to start over.
So, and that's the most apt description. We're just gonna talk about some stuff because it just be like that sometimes.
Today's a special episode. These are like how I want all the episodes to be. It's perfect.
You see, we're like the yin and yang. You see, because I like things coordinated. I like things organized and planned out. He does not. So us combined,
Dude, we have the opportunity to produce our biggest funny ha-has when we're talking just out of our ass.
100%. Hey.
It could be really bad though. We could also do not great. But
yeah, but we're getting better at it. Hey.
Our chances, they're good.
Yeah, that's like I honestly in episode 0, I think that is probably better than our fast food tier list episode 1.
Yeah.
Like legit in the future, in like a year or something, if we make a Patreon, that's gonna be the first thing that's on there, episode 0. You can bang on that.
Yep, it'll be there.
And you also might be able to notice that I sound better.
Hopefully it's better.
It is better, trust it, because the other mic that I had, like you talked about it was so quiet, and I had to bump up the gain so much that it sounded.
It was weird.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. To me, it sounds like you're talking through a Pulse 3D wireless headset made by Sony. That's fine.
Yeah. So what you been up to? I know I put some stuff in the random shit to talk about thread, but
today. So there was the Final Fantasy 16 demo.
Yeah.
That let you play through the first act. And oh my god, it was so cool.
Yeah, there was a gameplay demo like that you could play yourself.
Yeah, no, you can just play through the first act of the game.
Dude, that's
honestly
dope.
I'd suggest it. If you enjoy that, you should play the actual game. But it was just really cool. It was so fun to play. I loved the combat in it. It was like level based. You know, you go through your level, you get your end level screen, and then it opens your map up and you pick your next level. It's really weird. I wasn't expecting
I thought they were like open world, like
yeah, like Final Fantasy 15 was almost entirely open world until you got far enough in the story. Then it got like really linear for a while.
Yeah, until
you got back to the open world section. Like Final Fantasy 7 has, at least the remake has like kind of like I don't know what to compare it to. It's like semi-open world.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of how Fallen Order is, but on a smaller scale. Yeah. Everything was much more tightly packed. Yeah, but it was like really dense though.
Okay.
It's like there was a lot of stuff in a small area. It wasn't big, but there was a lot of different areas that were very diverse. It was cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems pretty cool.
Dude.
Like a Lego Marvel Superheroes 2 in Chronopolis.
Except better.
Yeah, fuck you. That's my favorite Lego map. I think I already have this written down. We need to do a Lego game tier list sometime.
Dude, we just gotta play all the Lego games.
Yeah, we can do that and then rank them. Yeah.
Yeah, because we could have like such good like ideas of how they play. Because we don't gotta 100% them or anything. We just play through the story.
Yeah.
It'd be fine. Dude, I gotta go back to Final Fantasy 16. Dude, it was so cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's set in like a medieval setting, kinda.
Oh.
Which is different than the other two that I've played, being 15 and 7 remake,
Yeah.
they're like not futuristic, but they have futuristic things in what seems like a more present-y time. Except, like Final Fantasy 15 has, massive cities. I guess they do. Man, that was a bunch of garbage that just came out of my mouth. They do have ginormous cities.
Where are they set in?
The place? I don't know.
So it's just unspecified? Okay.
I just don't know. Like, they have their regions have names and stuff, but it's not like Earth.
Yeah, because I was about to say...
It's just their own place.
I was about to say, like, if it was set in, like, Tokyo or something, like, Tokyo's modern, but it seems futuristic because it's Tokyo. But I assume that's not where it is, because it's just unspecified.
Dude, there's like a few things that are staples in every Final Fantasy game. Sid, his character. There's always a Sid. A lot of time he be selling you stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's always
you want to buy some death sticks?
You do not want to sell me any death sticks. You want to go home and rethink your life? Something like that?
I want to go home and rethink my life.
Yeah. What was his name? Edwin Sleazebagano or something? I think I got the first name wrong, but his last name is Sleazebagano,
his last name
for
is
sure.
Sleazebagano.
That's the second time we brought up bro in the podcast.
Yeah, dude, I only know that because you've told me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only reason I'll ever know such a thing. Eldwin? Is that what you said? Eldwin? Sleazebagano? That's the important part. His last name being Sleazebagano.
It's like Edwin. It's like
Oh, your camera froze for a second. I thought the internet cut out again.
Oh, yeah, yours did too. I think it just like spiked down for a second on your end.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, the only reason I know his name is because you saying it.
Yeah.
Sleazebagano. What a baller last name. Dude, speaking of baller moments, was it yesterday that we played 8-Ball? Because I was doing school.
Yeah.
I'm currently going to college to get my my bachelor's in cybersecurity, and
which would be dope if you never used.
I mean, I probably won't. I don't know. Maybe.
Dude, the only way that you wouldn't is if this really takes off, which obviously we're hoping it will.
I hope so.
Anyway,
but,
what were you saying?
Taking my class is about mobile devices.
Yeah.
And I literally had a question, and the answer was 8-Ball. So I took a picture and sent it to Jake and told him I was learning about iMessage games.
And I said, dope. And said, hey, want to play 8-Ball?
Yeah, and then hours later, I take the first hit. And, nothing too great. Jake goofs his next shot. Then I hit in half my balls, one of Jake's. Then Jake hits in one ball. Then I hit in the rest of my balls, spike the 8 in, and then my cue ball goes into the hole. I got all of my balls and just as many of your balls as you did. And I lost. I balled out. And I
absolutely love when you put my balls in holes. I love it.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed.
But I don't want this to be representative of my iPhone 8-Ball prowess.
Oh no, he normally smokes me. I was just balling out, and I lost.
Yeah, well, okay. I'm just gonna flex for a minute. How many wins do you have in 8-Ball?
Oh gosh, what was it, like 16?
I have 325.
Yeah, you can do... Oh, I've got 29. Yeah, you can do picture evidence of yours. Since you're editing this one, you very easily
and
have photo evidence of it.
I'll put it on the screen, but I have at least one win in every single game in the iPhone message in the game pigeon. Pretty fire. Yeah, but
speaking of fire, I'm gonna hop back to Final Fantasy 16.
That's what I was just about to ask.
Oh my god, I got to play as a phoenix and shoot fireballs at the fire icon, which I'm pretty sure is just supposed to be Ifrit.
That's pretty cool.
He just be Fireboy. I love all the redesigns they have for the deities. They're so cool looking. I love the way the Titan looks.
Yeah.
Oh my god, the Titan looks so good.
The Titan?
Yeah, I will send you a picture of the Titan from Final Fantasy 15. That looks very lame compared to this one. And then I'll, here, let's see. Let me.
The word Titan is it's very loose. It means like 12 different things across fiction. Like there's Titans from mythology, and then there's Titans like just like a giant, and then there's Titans like an influential really person, small. And then there's Titans from Titanfall, and then like Titan just means anything big. Like,
okay, how about this image? That's not really small.
Like your penis.
That's the Titan from Final Fantasy 15.
Oh.
I wish it showed more of his body, because at least playing the game, you got to see more of him. But he looks so much cooler.
Bro looks like a villain in a Zack Snyder DC movie.
This next image is better. It shows a larger than human sized thing floating in the air, and then, him being the Titan.
Yeah, that's awesome.
After you play the demo, you unlock the Icon Challenge or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, you get bumped to level 30 and you play a mission, and you end up fighting a Dragoon, which was super cool.
A dragon, but pronounced weird.
No, wait, was the Dragoon in... That might have been not in that. No, I think it was in the challenge mode. Yeah, Dragoons are a thing that are in a lot of other Final Fantasy games. They wear suits of armor, and they have a spear, but they can like launch themselves into the sky and come down like a missile with their spear and just stab people.
That seems...
It's pretty fire, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I watched a dude get like turned to nothingness from fire, but my character, the main character, was right next to that dude. They said that he, like, the eye must have been shielded by the rubble, which, that's a bunch of BS. I think my character turned into that fiery beast. I mean, kind of, because in the trailers, your character says, bow to me, Ifrit, which is I'm pretty sure that's what was there in the game when I played. So I don't know. I guess I'll see in a couple days.
Speaking of trailers, did you ever watch that 10-minute gameplay of Star Wars?
No,
what was it called?
Of course not.
Star Wars Outlaws. There's. No. You don't watch
Please
trailers.
Do tell me about it, though.
This was like a 10-minute like gameplay like thing.
Let's see. I watched the most recent PlayStation showcase.
Yeah.
And then the last time I purposely went out and watched some trailers was the PlayStation showcase when they announced God of War Ragnarok. So, yeah. I don't watch trailers very often.
So it starts off where the main character's in like this stealth segment in like a Pike Syndicate base or whatever, and she does a stealth takedown at the start, and then her little axolotl dog thing like does a control panel, and she like jumps onto a box and it takes her to the other side of the room stealthily, and then she gets caught, so it's some combat. And a lot of people, I thought this when I was watching it, and also a lot of other people seem to have the same opinion. The combat, at least the blaster combat, doesn't seem that great. It's just kind of like point and shoot, and that's just kind of it just seems boring, but all the other stuff in the game looked great.
Is it in third person?
Yeah.
Or is it first person?
It's third person.
Okay.
Think of if Ubisoft made Cyberpunk, but it was in third person. That's kind of what it felt like, if that makes any sense at all.
Okay, is it supposed to be pronounced Ubisoft or Ubisoft?
I have no idea. I just say Ubisoft because of the Boobisoft joke.
Because I've heard it both ways so much.
Yeah, I have to. But anyway, another thing is, like, she picks up an enemy weapon, but then she shoots it and throws it right back down, so I don't know if you'll be able to, like, customize your loadout, or if it's just one set thing through the whole game.
According to Google, it's Ubisoft.
I'm still gonna call it Ubisoft.
But when Ubisoft.
But when Ubisoft, I be hard.
I'm not gonna continue this anymore.
But when you go into the town, though, like, after there's a speeder bike chase segment, which was pretty cool. There was like slow down time mechanics for like taking out other people on speeders.
Do you get to drive Vespas at 8 miles per hour?
I don't know. That's the thing. I don't know if you can like just ride on any vehicle, or if you have like your speeder and that's it. Which, I mean, it's whatever, but I would like to be able to steal things like it's Star Wars GTA.
I mean, I would like to be able to steal things, but also have my own.
Yeah,
like it's
yeah,
GTA.
Yeah. But then you go to a cantina, and there's a cutscene or whatever, and then she has to leave. Then when you go on your ship, and it goes straight from just getting into your ship, and you like walk around in the ship in the cockpit like it's Fallen Order, and then when you get in the seat, it goes into third person view in your ship, and you can move it around, and then you can go up into space, and there's like a TIE fighter fight up in space that she does, and then she light speeds away. And then that's the end of the trailer. I want to see more of it, but from what I've seen, it looks pretty cool. But it's Ubisoft, so I don't know about pre-ordering this one. A lot of Star Wars games I just pre-order because I know I'm going to get it anyway. But I'm going to need to see more from this one. It does look really cool, though.
You know what game I pre-ordered today? Final Fantasy 16.
Okay.
it comes out in like 3 days now. It's so excited.
That is pretty hot. This will probably be evidenced by the gameplay going on in the video, but I've been playing Sly Cooper 3, and I have really been enjoying myself.
Talk about that next.
Yeah. So I did the ship chat, well, like the pirate episode earlier today, and I'll show you later, but I really think you would enjoy there's like ship combat. I
do like me some flying around planes or spaceships and shooting other planes and spaceships.
There's also flying around plane segment. There's a dogfighting thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's also the ship combat. It's straight up Assassin's Creed Black Flag, only it is Sly Cooper and not as in depth.
Oh, you meant that kind of ship combat, like boat ship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like you're on. I said pirate episode. I figured that would, but you're in a ship.
Yeah, I didn't catch that, but it's fine.
Yeah, I get you. But you're in a ship, and it's just L2 and R2 to move left and right because Murray is the one that's like steering it, and then you're Sly, and you're just running around the ship, and you go to either side to fire off the cannons, and like if a cannon hits your ship, you gotta whack it with your cane to stop to repair it or whatever. Just when I was playing it, I was like, Landon would enjoy this because he is a Black Flag enjoyer.
I will never play Black Flag again because it would be agony. I guess maybe not. The single player would probably be fun in a couple more years.
Yeah.
But I guess I wouldn't be going to get all the trophies this time if I played it again. So it wouldn't be agony. It would be quite delightful. Jesus Christ, going through getting those multiplayer trophies was the worst achievement experience I've had in my entire life.
Which
Can I start talking about my achievement experience just this past week?
Yes, 100%. But what I'm just gonna say this first. What it would probably be even more agonizing if it's even possible now. Like, since even more time has passed. I don't even know if you can play that multiplayer like with anyone anymore. I don't even think you'd be able to get in a lobby.
There was like maybe 14 people playing when I did it. Because I had to play every type of game mode.
Yeah.
And it was so hard to find matches. Oh my god, it took like 30 minutes.
Yeah, like, didn't you say you spent more time in a lobby waiting than you said, like, actually playing?
No, I spent, like, 10 more hours playing the multiplayer than I did 100%ing the single player.
Yeah.
Just because I had to wait so long.
That's insane.
It was rough. It was rough. I did it, though. That was the hardest platinum I've ever gotten.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of platinums...
yeah, okay. Okay. So, if you saw... Gosh, what was it, episode 6? Because of something that Jake sent me, where Brock got revived, because if you give him a status effect with your runic arrows at the very end when he's getting his sea burial, he'll just get back up and walk around.
Yeah.
So I had to do it. The video ended up getting taken off of the subreddit that we saw it on.
Oh,
but I have a video of it, and it is on episode 6. It's at the very end. You get to see him walking around. He's beautiful. But, you know, I played through the PS4 version because I already had 100% of the PS5 version, and I knew I didn't have trophies for that, so might as well do it there. So I ended up getting the platinum on the 6th. Then 3 days later, I got a platinum on a game called Dig Deep. I played it with my 2 little brothers. It was legit just a mobile game. It did take us a couple hours to finish. Then I didn't realize what exactly these were, but I stumbled upon it, and I got one of them. It was called The Button Bee. Like B-E, not like the buzzing bee, but just the 2-letter word B.
Okay.
I got that platinum in less than a minute. Yeah. It took me less than 60 seconds to get a platinum trophy from starting the game.
That's insane.
Kinda insane.
That's even faster than My Name is Mayo.
Yeah. But there were 2 other games that I thought was just like DLCs, but it was entirely separate applications. There was the Button B Fields and the Button B Unexpected, which I also platinumed within 1 to 2 minutes each. And then I started this game called Car Demolition Clicker. It took me, I think I have, 36 hours of playtime because I left my PlayStation on for like 2 days straight to idle and get money. But got that platinum. I guess I didn't see the dates for those other ones. The Button B were all on the 10th. Dig Deep was on the 9th. Car Demolition Clicker was on the 14th. On the 15th, I finished getting all the trophies on Auto World Tycoon, and then immediately started playing Lord of the Click 2. I played through the first one months ago, and got the platinum just by, like, playing it legit, and then I played through the second one, 100% legit. It was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough. It was not the most enjoyable. And then I went and played the third one. It performed poorly. It crashed too often, but like when it would crash, you would lose like 20 minutes of time and have to just start over. But it crashed after I killed the boss on the last level, and I just got a little upset and went to bed because it was like 3 a.m. because I was just really trying to get it finished before I went to sleep, and then it crashed after the last level, and that's all you had to do was finish all the levels.
That's rough.
When I woke up that morning, I looked it up. Apparently there was cheat codes for all 3 of the games, and you can just skip every single level. So I skipped that last level, since I technically did beat it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, it's like when you're playing Minecraft and the game messes up and deletes some of your stuff for no reason, and you spawn it in to make it even. Yeah. So yeah, Lord of the Click 2 was on the 15th. Lord of the Click 3 was on the... It's not loading. It was the 16th. And I platinumed House Builder. I would say earlier today, but it was earlier yesterday because it's past 12 now.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That one was actually kind of fun. The last mission that I did, like, I didn't even have to finish it because your trophies were for unlocking skills.
Yeah.
Which were just, you got your skills just by playing the missions. But I didn't have to finish the mission. It, like, broke, though. So, like, I tried to go a little farther after I got the platinum, and then it just broke. So I was like, that's fine. Because I already got my goal.
Yeah.
Man. I guess... Oh, I'll have to send you a screenshot of my total platinums for visual... Or my trophies for visual proof. I have 90 platinum trophies. This is insane.
Which is insane. Yeah,
what have I done with my life?
I think mine is probably in the 20s, or I don't even know. That's just a guess.
So, in the since the 6th, in the past 12 days, I've gotten 10 platinum trophies. Not all of them were started and finished in those 12 days, but 11 of them were. 11 of the 12, or 11. 9 of them were 9 of the 10. It was 12 days.
Yeah,
10 platinums.
That's
I got
right.
the numbers mixed up there.
Yeah,
insane. I don't know how I do it. I could totally make a video on getting 10 platinums in an hour easily. That would, like, the hard part would be making that entertaining.
Yeah. Did you say, like, getting 100 platinums in a year or something? That would be, like, a big goal.
Well, I was saying for me, maybe to try to get to 100 by the end of this year, so I've got 10 left.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine getting 100 in a year. Oh, dude.
I mean, you would have to make a new account and everything.
Oh, yeah. No,
Yeah.
I would have to. I mean, that wouldn't be that bad. I could literally just kind of just create a new profile. I don't have to do a whole PlayStation account unless it's like playing multiplayer. Okay, so do you know, or do you have a guess on how many platinum trophies the person who has the most has?
Oh, God. I'm either gonna way over or undershoot this. I'm gonna say 15,000.
Well, it's about half of that. It's still 7,017. This was, it's at least on the website PSN profiles. That's what I use for my trophies, my trophy guides a lot of the time.
Yeah.
It's someone from France. His record was recorded in January 13th of this year. That's insane.
Yeah, and which you have to think that that's the record. Like, somebody that's gonna have that many platinums is gonna, like, be on a website like that. Like, surely there isn't someone with more that doesn't want any clout. Like,
so we can search him up, and we can see what some of these games are. Okay. Oh my God, Jake. He has 8,073 currently.
Damn.
He's level 999 on the trophy level. He has 64,582 gold trophies, 51,471 silver, and 89,345 bronze.
Dude.
Okay, let's see if we recognize any of these. I do recognize the Power of Light. I've heard of that before. Balloon Girl, Robo Ret, twice. Funny Alphabet, twice. S-Lanes. Yo, Dig Deep! That's the one that I have a platinum on from this week. That's kind of hilarious.
Are you just gonna go through
did it on the
all
16th.
7,000 of these? Like, is
No, I'm going to stop very soon. Yeah. Wait a minute. Why is there 2 Dig Deeps? But they're both PS4 versions. I'm gonna have to look into that and maybe get another platinum trophy. That'll be number 91. I don't know how the trophies for Final Fantasy 16 are gonna be, but if they're not bad and I can find enough filler to get to 99, I would love to have that be platinum 100. I want to say Spider-Man Remastered was platinum number 50, which is pretty epic.
Ooh, yeah, that's cool.
I don't quote me on that though. That could be wrong.
Yeah.
I remember it being something big and fancy.
They like Ghost of Tsushima or something.
I wish they were numbered.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe I can get this information. I was planning on making a spreadsheet of every game I own.
That would take a hot minute.
Dude, it's only like 600. But
it's whack that you own less games than that one dude has platinumed by a lot.
I mean, a lot of those platinums are duplicates, though.
I mean,
PS4, PS5 version.
Yeah.
Which you only buy in one game for that.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't count as 2 games. It's going to be a gargantuan task, because they'll have to be labeled whether they're finished, what percent they're at, total trophies, let's see if they're even, like, feasible. Because my idea is to whittle it down to find the ones that I can just hop back into and maybe finish. Because, you stop playing something for 3 years, you kind of forget about it. Like, I could be super close to something and not even realize it.
Yeah.
Go in, play for an hour, boom, done. I keep thinking about his platinum trophies. I've been so full of platinum trophies this week.
Yeah, this week for me has been stressful as hell.
Indeed it has.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a picture or 2 up on the screen. We got fucking baseball-sized hail in South Georgia. Like, what the actual fuck? It just completely took out my brand new truck, by the way. It took out my truck's back windshield, the driver's side door handle somehow.
That was kind of funny that it was literally just the door handle and it didn't look like it hit any other part of the car on the way down.
Yeah, and then the passenger side rear view mirror was just cracked a little bit. I don't know. And there were just hella dents on the top of it and on the hood.
Wait, did you say passenger side rear view mirror?
Yeah.
Okay. I always refer to the rear view mirror as the one that's inside the cab with you, while the other 2 are just mirrors.
I mean, okay, whatever you...
I guess they're all rear view mirrors, aren't they?
Yeah, they're just like like central rear view mirror is just like weird to say, so people just say
That's why
rear
you just
view
say
mirror.
rear view mirror.
Yeah, but
the other ones are just passenger mirror, driver mirror.
Yeah, anyway, whatever. So yeah, at first somebody at the insurance place had told us like because dents are like really expensive to fix for some reason, and that they were saying like there's a chance that like they could just total them out, which would not be great for me, because like all the insurance would do was just pay for the rest of the debt I have on the truck, and they wouldn't pay for like a new one or whatever. So I was really stressed about it. But it turns out insurance is going to cover it all, and everything is going to be fine. But man, for that amount of time when I thought there was a chance it could be totaled, I was just so stressed. And like it wasn't just our vehicles either. Like my mom's windshield got hit by like 3 or 4 of them.
Front windshield, that was crazy.
Yeah, and
dude, I showed that to my parents.
Dude, that
was crazy.
On her car was like $7,000 worth of damage on the thing that the appraisal guy sent us. It'll probably be even more once it's in the shop, but just from what the appraisal guy saw, it was like $7,000. Mine was like 3 or something. But all we'll have to do is pay the deductible and it'll be fine. But
yeah, you gotta pay your PS5 size deductible.
Yeah. But it'll be fine.
I love referring to a $500 amount as a PS5 size PS5 amount. Just
but then also like it broke a window on the house, which was like we were just in there.
How did it even get that angle?
Like we were just in the house and we're like, oh dang, it's raining hard. Oh damn, those are balls of ice. Those are giant balls of ice. What the fuck? Oh, a window broke. Oh god.
While this was happening where you are, it was quite sunny and very hot here. Like 90 something degrees.
Like
we were just melting a little bit while you guys were getting beat in the head with ice balls.
Yeah. My mom has a video, like she was standing on the front porch and there's a fridge currently on our front porch because we had an old one that like stopped working, and she was just standing there like recording like the hail come down as it was like little, and then she was like, oh, I think this is hail, I'm a head in, and then at the very end of the video, within the last like half a second, you hear a massive thud. That's one just hitting the fridge that she was standing directly beside. If that fridge wasn't there, nice. She would have a huge bruise on like her shoulder or something. Like that fridge like,
dude, yeah, like even a tiny piece of hail, if that hit you, they're still moving pretty fast.
Yeah, and these were straight up,
no matter what size.
These were straight up baseball size.
Massive.
Yeah, like they hit so hard that like they left divots in the ground where they landed. Like there's just holes all in her backyard because of how hard.
I mean, if you stomp on the ground hard enough in a lot of places, you leave divots in the ground.
I mean, yeah, but it's like,
I wonder. I'm gonna see if there's like an average speed or whatever that hail falls.
I mean, whatever their terminal velocity is, but like I would assume it would be different for how big they are. Like terminal velocity for a baseball would probably be pretty similar.
It says between 9 and 25 miles per hour. Which, I guess that's a pretty big range, but they could be different sizes.
That's terminal velocity for hail?
Okay, let's see. For small hailstones, 1 inch or less in diameter, expect 9 to 25 miles per hour. For ones that you see in more severe thunderstorms, 1 inch to 1.75 inches, 25 to 40 miles per hour.
Bigger than that.
Yeah. So those bad boys was schmovin'.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. 2 to 4 inches, expect 44 to 72 miles per hour. If it exceeds 4 inches, it could fall at over 100 miles per hour.
Yeah, I don't think it exceeded 4 inches. I think a baseball's smaller than that.
Yeah, it was just a little bit smaller than your penis. Why are you looking at me with such lustful intent, Jake?
Because I want to fuck you, Landon. That's why. I was gonna do the whole. I'm gonna drive the 7. God damn it! But then I decided against it. I was
That's good. That's good because I think we have got the use out of that joke because I don't think it was that funny to begin with, but we've done it like 3 times now.
Yeah, I'm probably only gonna make the one short out of it, and then the other ones will just be on the podcast. You know, it'll be fine. Yeah. But anyway, but before this incident happened, we went and saw Spider-Verse.
Dude, okay, I saw just like a little clip of it today on Reddit. Like, I didn't realize it was Spider-Verse at first. I was like, oh damn, this looks cool as hell. And then, you know, a Spider-Man shows up. It was Spider-Gwen, and she's, you know,
Haley Steinfeld.
Like, she looks like she's about to die, or whatever. And then Miguel O'Hara just like shows up out of nowhere and just blasts this dude.
Poe Dameron.
That was pretty epic looking.
Miguel is Poe Dameron.
That's pretty hot.
But anyway,
do you remember when in Into the Spider-Verse they did the haha funny pointing Spider-Man meme?
Yeah.
And then in Across the Spider-Verse, because I saw it because I think it was in a trailer, maybe. I guess I did watch part of a trailer because, you know, YouTube ads play. But didn't they do that again, but with a bunch more Spider-Man?
Yeah.
3?
Yeah, they did.
That's kind of lame.
The thing is, though, there's so much going on that, like, you could have watched.
I'm sorry, Jake.
You could have watched
Jake, that 2 seconds out of the movie. I don't want to watch it.
Even
when I have the opportunity to do it for free, I can't do it.
Not even 2 seconds. Like you could watch the movie and not have even noticed that. Like there's so much going on in the.
Oh, it looks phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
I've only heard good things about it.
It took them several years to animate a chase scene because there's hundreds of unique Spider-Men.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. And the way that Spider-Punk is animated is flawless. Like, you know how in, like, there's, like, the punk rock style, like, newspaper cutouts of, like, to spell things or whatever?
Mm-hmm.
That's how he's animated. Like, his guitar is, like, a newspaper cutout. And it's, like...
Well, that's cool.
And every piece of him is animated at a different frame rate.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and like,
dude, what the hell? That's so cool.
And like every single piece of him is like there is changing colors every now and then, and all that. Like he looks really awesome, and he's voiced by, he's in Black Panther. He's the guy, not M'Baku, but.
Not Mr. Winston?
It's like Daniel Kaluuya or something. Daniel and his last name starts with a K. Anyway.
Is it the dude that rides the rhinos? That's in the Get Out movies? I have no idea
yes,
who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
Sweet,
from Get Out.
Perfect guess.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. But he's talking...
I'm glad that I didn't pick a different African-American person to be wrong.
But he's hilarious because he's like, you know, punk rock Spider-Man, and he's like... You know, rise against the establishment, bruv. You know.
That's funny. I've watched part of Nope, and he's in that.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the only other time that I've seen him in a movie other than Black Panther.
And coincidentally, I did it on purpose, but I didn't realize Spider-Punk was in it. I was wearing a Spider-Punk t-shirt.
Nice.
Yeah. Because I just have so many Marvel shirts, because for Christmas one year, my mom got me like a subscription thing for like a year of Marvel, so I got 12, and then she forgot to cancel the subscription for a few months, so I have, you know, more than 12. A lot of them are pretty trash, but the ones that are good are really good. I love that Guardians of the Galaxy one I have.
I was literally about to say your Guardians of the Galaxy one is cool.
Yeah. But then there's some that are like, you know, She-Hulk, and there's like one
gross women.
There's one where it's like half is Captain America and then half is Sam Wilson Captain America, which is like, it's fine. It's just not very well designed. You know, there are hits and misses when you just get random shirts.
It's a subscription box.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, it just be like that. Anyway,
man, dude, I used to have like 120 different shirts and like 7 pairs of pants.
Dude, I have a pile.
Now I have like 12 shirts that I wear in a loop.
I don't have a whole lot of clothes, but I have a pile of socks, like a mountain of socks.
Oh my god, dude. I have more pairs of socks than I have all of the other types of clothes combined.
Me too.
Pairs of socks, not individual socks, pairs of socks. Man, dude, I love going to Walmart with an extra $10 in my pocket and coming back with 5 new socks. 5 new pairs of socks that might look like candy or something.
For me, it's like Christmas or birthday. It's like, oh, I don't know what to get Jake. Oh, we can just order him these random socks we see. Like, you know, dude, it's always a dub.
I am wearing some of my socks that I got on Christmas right now. I'm wearing some of my Kirby ones.
For the time that I worked at Hibbett's, like I pay attention a little bit more to, like, you know, matching my clothes and whatever. If I'm ever wearing shorts, my socks have to at least somewhat match the shirt that I'm wearing, or I will die.
Do you remember when we were in St. Augustine and we went to the Fountain of Youth and I was wearing, you know, swim trunks that were nice floral pattern, and this exact shirt, this Myrtle Beach shirt, because it kind of matched the red on the pants, and my socks were purple and they had the Count from Sesame Street.
Beautiful. I don't remember your outfit at all due to me being hungover beyond belief. But well,
do you remember you pointed it out to me that one person that, like, you know, was snickering at them, that you noticed that they were looking at my socks.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
getting enjoyment about that.
Yeah.
That's my goal. That was my goal. That's why I wear cool socks.
There were all those peacocks too. That was awesome.
There were a ton of peacocks. Yeah. Dude, we got to listen to the false cannon firing because they couldn't put an actual cannonball in it. It was really loud. It was cool.
Yeah.
Okay. The water of the Fountain of Youth tastes pretty gross, honestly. I didn't feel any younger when I drank it. I don't think they got the real one, Jake.
Yeah, it just tastes like pool water.
Dude, it was so gross.
Yeah.
Like, after I drank it, all I could think about is, like, man, I wonder how dirty it is inside.
Yeah, I was like,
but it was too late.
I was like, I probably shouldn't have drank that.
Dude, everybody else drinks it, and we don't get stories of them dying. I mean, we were fine. Dude, okay, that same day, do you remember we left the condo or whatever, and we brought one drink with us, one alcoholic beverage, and we drank them on the walk from the Fountain of Youth to that winery.
Yeah.
And, like, that one drink was so effective because it wasn't hot out, but it was warm. And we were walking at a quick pace and just, like, moving. Oh my god. Just during that wine tasting, I felt so intoxicated for how little we had.
I would say, like, they were pretty generous with the amount that they gave us of the wine as well.
Like, we had one can of stuff on the walk over, and I felt pretty tipsy from one can of a drink.
I mean, I am pretty sure I already had 2 or 3, like, earlier that day. Because I was hungover, and I was like, hey, what's the cure for a hangover? More alcohol.
Yeah, I mean, I drove there, so I just brought the one to have after we started walking around. Because we were gonna have it, we were gonna drink them while we were on the tram. But, like, one of the first things the guy said, he was the preacher. He was super entertaining. I'm so glad that we rode on that tram. But, like, one of the first things he said was, you know, don't be drinking.
I mean,
no alcohol.
But then I poured mine into a water bottle, and it was fine.
Yeah, and it was clear, so it was fine.
Yeah, it was just White Claw, so it's fine.
I just didn't open my can until later. It was
mine was already
drink
open,
was not
so
very good.
Mine was already
not very
open
good by the time I drank it.
Yeah, mine was already open, so like I would have had to do that anyway because the water bottle was resealable. So but yeah. Anyway.
Oh, do you remember when we got to St. Augustine? I remember it like it was my birthday of 2 years ago, or a year ago. We walk into the lobby and we go to the front desk, or we wait a minute, and then we go to the front desk and tell them that we're here to get to a room.
Mm-hmm.
All right, your room's gonna be number 420. As we have to sit there and hold in, oh my god, that was the hardest it's ever been to not bust out laughing. Like I know that she could tell that I was trying so hard to not laugh, because like I could feel myself kind of smirking, but like I was trying so hard to just keep a straight face.
You were the one like up at the desk talking or whatever, but I was able to like look away and smile or whatever, but like you had to keep looking at the person. Yeah, that was great.
That was hilarious.
And then we there was that movie theater that was on the property
of
the
IMAX
place.
Theater, like in walking distance. It was like the place next door. We went and watched Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness.
Well,
for a second or third time. I don't know how many times you did. It was my second time.
I think it was second. But just it was great being able.
So awesome, because we were.
Because we were drunk, Landon.
Yeah, we had alcohol in our body. Dude, we had fresh popcorn.
Which normally...
And it was huge!
Like, it was a great situation, because normally you can't really go to a theater while you're drunk, because you're going to have to drive.
But we walked there. It was great.
It was great, yeah.
It was the, like, the Golf Hall of Fame?
Yeah, something like that.
I think it was to do with golf.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I could look it
up.
I mean,
there were golf courses all around our room and everything, so yeah, so something like that. Yeah, I like how we were talking about Spider-Verse and then we just started talking about this.
Yeah, it's fine.
I don't even know how we got here.
Nope, I don't either. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Also on that trip, remember that Cajun restaurant we went to?
Dude,
holy
oh my god.
Fuck.
It was so good.
That was amazing.
Oh my god, it was the best seafood I had in my life.
Mm-hmm. And then we had to wait a while too. Like,
we did have to wait a while. Like, I'm so glad that I brought my Switch.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm so glad that I just happened to have my my earbuds in my pocket, because I think I just took like, I didn't fall asleep, but I just kind of laid down and closed my eyes while I was listening to something.
Because I mean, we had to wait for it was over half an hour, but it wasn't more than an hour.
Yeah, like 45 minutes or something.
About 40, yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, it was worth the wait.
Yes.
Dude, it was so good.
Mm-hmm. Like, I got, what was it, like something like chicken and then like the grits stuff or whatever, which it was different than like regular grits. Like, it had like these really good like seasoning and spices on it, which you come to expect when it's a really, really expensive Cajun restaurant. Like, you would assume it would have spices on it, but like that shit's like, I've never tasted anything like that before. Like, that place is so good.
Okay, I don't remember what kind of food was my main meal. I remember it was delicious, but I got calamari because it was one of the appetizers. Oh my god, it was so good. I don't know what kind of sauce they had, but it was so good.
As someone that doesn't like seafood but did try the calamari, it was pretty mid.
But you don't like seafood, so your opinion is invalid. It's like, I don't get to tell people whether celery is good or bad because it all tastes like garbage to me. Celery tastes like I'm drinking. I'm eating hand sanitizer full of tiny knives. I don't know why. It's awful.
That's the thing. Celery doesn't taste. It's literally just...
No, it does taste. It tastes like death.
It's literally just satisfyingly stringy texture water gum. I just chew it like gum, and it just doesn't have taste.
You lose more weight chewing celery than you do gain weight eating the celery.
Hell yeah, brother.
I wish I liked celery, because I would totally just eat celery all the time.
Mm-hmm. I love celery.
I do love a different, long, stocky, green plant. Asparagus.
No, I thought you were about to say the penis of the Green Giant from the Green Giant clothing company.
Green Giant clothing company?
Like, it's just called Green Giant, but you don't know what I'm talking about?
Isn't the Jolly Green Giant for, like, peas and green beans? He's a vegetable man. I guess we're thinking of two Green Giants.
Oh. Well, apparently I've mostly just seen Green Giant merch instead of actual Green Giant food.
That's so weird. That's... okay. Apparently, the Jolly Green Giant is 55 feet tall, according to Google. Fun fact of the day.
So his cock must be massive.
Bowser's penis is 4.1 feet long.
I love how you know that off top.
If his aspect ratios are the same as a regular tortoise.
Judging from the Ninja Turtles, who seemingly don't have cocks, I don't know, because human-sized turtles generally...
But he's not a mutated turtle. He's, like, different, though. So
he's just a turtle, but massive.
He could just not have a penis. He could just... Well, he's like
what
a
about
mix
Bowser
between...
Jr., Landon? He had to be born some way.
No. Bowser Jr. is adopted. All of his kids are adopted.
Oh, shit.
Baby Bowser is just Bowser as a child. That's not the same as Bowser Jr. They're different. They look almost the same, but they're different. Because, like, there's Baby Mario and Baby Luigi. There's Baby Bowser.
Baby Peach.
But there's not, like... Yeah, there's Baby Peach. There's Baby all kinds of them. They got the babies. The babies. The baby car. This is when you insert an image of the baby car for half a second there.
The baby car.
So you get to put the
baby
image in
Yoda.
3 times.
I'm sorry.
It cut out. I just heard the baby, and then I saw your mouth move, and there was no sound.
I said the baby Yoda, and then he just looked at me, and I was like, I'm sorry.
I felt like that was a correct reaction to not hearing the words you said. Just stare at you with concern. Dude, this episode has been fun so far.
Yeah.
This is the best. We're just going off on every tangent we find. Got any more tangents you want to talk about?
Real quick though, I'm gonna finish up on talking about Spider-Verse. I think it's better than the first one for sure, to me.
I can see that.
Because it's a lot of the movie focuses a whole lot more on like the emotional impact of like Miles and his family, so that like because a lot of people don't like multiverse stuff because it's like, oh yeah, any problem can be solved because if someone dies there's just going to be some version that's exactly the same in some other multiverse. But how you...
Well, yeah, but like, what about the one that's dead's everything else about them?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like,
another duplicate of them. It's not like it's not them. It's a different one.
Yeah, like that's how you give stakes to multiverse stories, because it's like it's not the same problem as time travel. Because time travel, you can make it to where something never happens, but multiverse, you can't like just go back in time. Like if something happens, it happens still. So it's like that if you are emotionally attached to one character, it's still the same stakes no matter what. So I don't think that's going to be an issue in any multiverse thing. You know what I mean? But
you said time travel, and my brain has just been filled with thoughts of how it's like, because of the way time is, time travel's impossible, so it's all a bunch of theoreticals.
Yeah.
And, like, there's so many paradoxes. There's so many. Ah!
Which, like, when you really think about it, multiverse is less complicated than time travel.
It is. Because my favorite kind of time travel is, like, we go through time, we're in the year 2023, I go back in time to the day I was born, and I kill my child self. I do not cease to exist because it starts a new timeline. It's like it just zips back and just starts another one.
So you like Avengers time travel as opposed to Back to the Future time travel?
I think Back to the Future time travel is stupid.
Back to the Future hot tub time machine.
Back to the Future time travel makes too many infinite loops because of the grandfather paradox. The whole killing yourself would make you cease to exist, but that happening would destroy the universe because it would just keep looping. It would never go past that point. Time wouldn't keep going.
Or the mother incest paradox, as Back to the Future would call it.
I mean, he just kissed his mom.
Well,
it's pretty weird. I don't.
No, I like that. It was a whole thing. Like, that was the whole, like, point of the movie. Like, he was trying to set up his dad with his mom, but it was hard to do because instead of his mom hitting his dad with the car when they met and eventually got married and whatever, she hit him. So he replaced his dad, where his mom wanted to fuck him the whole movie instead of his dad. But
literally, doesn't matter if he tried to fix his problems or not. If that Marty McFly just died at the beginning of the movie as soon as he time traveled the first time, nothing would change because it would just, everything would happen like normal. It would just be that Marty disappeared one day, and that would be it. Like, there would be nothing wrong with the universe.
Yeah, because he didn't change anything in the past. He just fucking died. Except there's a futuristic car behind a billboard somewhere, which that would probably have consequences now that I think about it, but it wouldn't be an infinite loop.
Yeah, because because time travel makes no sense.
Something tangentially related to Across the Spider-Verse. So we went to see the movie. I think the start time was at like 1. Let's just say it's 1 for the sake of argument, because I can't remember exactly. We went into the theater, they played the ads and whatever. Then all of a sudden, like, a Windows, like, error screen popped up. We're like, fuck.
That's funny.
So, I went up to the people at the concession stand, and I was like, hey, I walked up to the lady that I knew was the manager, and I was like, hey, there's like an error screen, just see if you can fix it. And she was like, okay, thanks for letting me know. And then like 5-10 minutes later, she came in and she was like, hey, so we can't get this fixed, so if you want a refund or you want a ticket for later, we can get you up at the concession stand. And we're like, oh my god.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, so
I'm sure you remember this when we went and watched Eternals.
That theater
was it an
was just...
AMC theater? Wasn't it an AMC theater? Aren't those normally good?
I don't know if it was AMC, but it was just a really shitty theater. Like,
because it's like the sound was weird. There was like no bass.
Yeah, the sound was weird and
like
fucked
you couldn't
up.
hear the background music or anything.
And then you could barely see it. They had the bulb dimmed to like 10% or something.
It was awful.
Like, it was insane.
Man. Okay.
That was the worst movie-going experience I've ever had. The second worst was when we saw Thor Ragnarok and the light just didn't turn off.
Dude, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I was gonna talk about the best part of us watching Eternals.
What was that?
Okay, so we were sitting in whatever row we were sitting in. There was that dude and his girlfriend or whatever in front and to the left of us.
Oh yeah,
I remember rows
now.
in front of us. And a couple rows in front of us, there was this really old dude. And, watching the movie, everything's fine. Nobody has made a sound because we can barely hear it, and it was a something. And we get to the part where, we're at Festus's house, and he kisses his husband. And that old man was like, "Hey, why they gotta make everybody gay?"
And the whole theater just cracked up.
And no, it was literally just me, you, and the one dude in front of us with his girlfriend.
Okay, I was just thinking of the one dude.
Died laughing. That was the funniest part of the movie. That dude's reaction to that. That was so funny because it was so unexpected.
Yeah, that was pretty much the whole theater. There were only like 8 people there. So
yeah, it wasn't many people.
Like the dollar theater that we watched Deadpool.
Yeah.
That we watched Deadpool in that one time.
That day? Because we watched like 2 or 3 movies that day, did we not?
It was 2 movies.
It was at least 2. It was 2.
For the life of me, I cannot remember.
Yeah, I have no idea. Because we went there to watch Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like there was something else that we also watched.
Okay. Deadpool 2 came out in what, 2018? What else came out in 2018?
It would have been later that we would have watched it because it's a dollar theater.
Yeah, it was a dollar theater, but the other stuff that would have been in the dollar theater would have been stuff that came out around the same time that Deadpool did. I mean, Deadpool 2 did.
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse, maybe?
Was it? I don't know. I want to say my first time watching that was like at home.
Okay, that might not have been that. I can't remember.
It very well could be Into the Spider-Verse. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. It'll be alright.
No, it'll be okay.
But
one of life's greatest mysteries. What did we watch along with Deadpool 2 that day? Dude, it was so funny. When we watched Deadpool 2, we were the 2 youngest people in there. We were like, it had to have been just recently 18. Or what year did it come out? Was it 2018? We would have been 17 then.
Yeah.
Gosh, why don't you? Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, fine. Deadpool 2 came out in 2018, which, I mean, I think they let 17-year-olds in our movies, even if they...
you would have been... No, yeah, you wouldn't have, because we were born in 2001, not...
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the 1 year behind.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, either way...
it was just a bunch of old people in there watching Deadpool 2 with us.
Yeah, it was funny.
6 quite elderly people.
I think the only other youngest person there was like in their 40s.
Yeah, it was so weird watching Deadpool 2 at the dollar theater with multiple people's grandparents.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
And it was hilarious because like someone would make a cum joke.
Because they were laughing too.
Yeah,
it was
someone
so
would make a cum joke and it's just an 80-year-old dude who's like, it's amazing. So yeah, so while we were waiting the 2 hours for the next screening for Spider-Verse, we went...
That's a long time.
Yeah, it was. And we just went to like Lowe's or Home Depot or something and just kind of walked around and looked. But before that, we went to Pizza Hut. And I haven't been inside of a Pizza Hut in like over a decade. Because whenever we've gotten pizza, we've just ordered it and went through the drive-thru. But... apparently they have a bar there now. Like they have a tap with beer. Like I've never seen that in a Pizza Hut before. Yeah.
The last time I went to a Pizza Hut was in 2014.
Yeah. I mean probably around the same time for me. Mine was in Griffin. Not Griffin, Barnesville. But yeah, and back then it was like they had like a salad bar, which like now they don't have even that. But at the bar, it was just beer. Like you couldn't get liquor or anything at the Pizza Hut. It was just beer, which I mean, I guess beer goes well with pizza. I don't know, but like who the hell is gonna be like, oh, gotta get a designated driver. Me and the boys are going to Pizza Hut. Like,
That's dude, Jake, I know what we're doing the next time we're around each other. We're going to get turned up at the Pizza Hut and then have to call someone to pick us up.
Oh yeah, brother.
Dude, I fucking love salad bars.
Yeah.
I can devour me some salad.
Like
2 pounds of lettuce, easy, in my belly.
2 pounds of celery,
I don't even
easy.
Like, I don't even need a ranch. I could just eat lettuce.
Yeah, lettuce is good.
I do enjoy lettuce. Dude, my mom got a head of lettuce that she only needed a couple pieces from. So I got like a little bowl and put a little bit of ranch in it and would just like tear pieces off the lettuce, do a little dip, and eat it while playing games because it's lettuce. It's not going to mess my controller up. Amazing.
It's like
vegetables are gamer food.
You just get the lettuce, tear a little piece off, put it in your mouth, and you look at your hands, just Cheeto dust. What the fuck? Oh, okay. So we had been talking about this on a group chat we have with someone else. What is the worst? What is the worst cardinal sin?
Okay, not worst as in the most evil, but like worst as in the lamest. That's the clarification. So we should do a brief overview of what they all are.
Okay, so there is pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth. I think sloth is by far the lamest.
Huh. I wonder if I could try to pronounce some of these. Is this supposed to be Latin? I have no idea. It's of the names of the 7 deadly sins. Like, I'm looking at the Wikipedia.
Oh, superbia, avaritia, luxuria.
Gluttony is gastramargia, which gas. If you be chowing down on copious amounts of food. No, dude, honestly, all these are kind of suck. Because, like, if you were gluttonous, you would eat. It would be eating so much that, like, it's not even enjoyable to eat the food anymore. You're just eating because you're eating.
If you just had a bunch of wrath, you would just be Kratos. So
you'd just be really mad all the time.
Yeah. Well, I think wrath would be like you're actually taking action upon your anger. You know what I mean? Like you're raining your wrath upon somebody.
This is, it's just ogre. I don't know if the E is supposed to be pronounced different. It's got the little line above it. Ogre.
Envy would suck because it's just like you just want something that somebody else has.
You just want stuff all the time. Okay, I feel like envy would not be one of the worst ones though, because like I guess I'm just not a very envious person. That's kind of why I'm saying I like having my things. I don't want other people's things. They can have their things. I'll get my own things.
Yeah, but it's like
I like having things, just not. I don't like having your things.
Yeah, but it's like if you were like consumed in one of these, you know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, these would all suck.
I think I don't know. Sloth is probably the worst to actually like be completely consumed in because it's like that one's just straight up like a mental disorder. It's like a mental health issue because it's like. It's not just like being lazy. It's like having no enthusiasm or anything for anything. Like some things say specifically religious enthusiasm, but other things are like you just don't put any effort towards anything in life because you don't care about it, or it's just not, you know what I mean? And that's more of a mental issue than anything else. So to actually experience that one would probably be by far the worst. Because some of these other ones would probably be fun to commit. Like lust, Yeah, I like biddies.
Okay.
That one's fun to commit.
Well, the thing is, it's not like you get in trouble for doing one of these things to the extreme. If you get a little bit too full eating at a Chinese buffet, boom, gluttony, going to hell.
I mean, yeah, that's yeah.
So I would say that means sloth literally does include just being lazy when you need to do something. Like, oh, I need to edit this video that's gonna be posted in a couple days. I've barely started. That's being slothful. I like just being lazy about it.
Yeah, I mean,
That's not that bad. See,
yeah.
But yeah. Lust, easily not the lamest one. Lust and gluttony are probably like top 2 7 deadly sins.
Yeah,
best ones.
But like taken to the extreme, like it would would just suck to like be like,
dude, any of these to the extreme would suck.
Like cripplingly addicted to porn or something. Like, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like there's people that just watch it on their TV. Just like to watch it, like what the hell? What the hell? Like that guy in The Boys and Stewie was just like, what are you doing? He's just like, we can just sit here and watch porn together, man. What are you? Who was that? The Deep?
Was it The Deep? I know The Deep does some weird things. I don't remember.
I think it was The Deep. I mean, because he's the one that like does weird stuff with fish, so he's the one that's like weird about sex stuff, so probably him.
Sloth may be defined as the absence of interest or habitual disinclination of exertion. So
yeah,
so when I gotta do this thing,
yeah,
but I don't want to do it, so I'm not gonna. That's sloth.
Mm.
Oh, gotta go harvest these fields because Pa out here in the 16th century, he's sick now, you hear? But I don't really want to do it, so I'm gonna go out and play with Jedediah in the fields. Boom, yeah. Sloth, going to hell.
Yeah.
It's not even that bad. Because, like, since sin is sin, no matter how bad it is, yeah, you should just go big or go home.
But yeah, but okay, what would be like the, like, not as far as like the best or worst, like for you to experience or whatever, but like what would you say is like the worst one? I would say probably wrath, just because like,
yeah, it as a person who has dealt with much anger in the past, it's not fun to just be unreasonably angry.
Mm.
It's just like, it's a very draining experience. It's like, well, I don't want to be mad. Like,
not even in the context of you experiencing it, just like which one is like the worst, you know? Like I would say, because it's like wrath would lead to like outbursts of anger and like violence. Like none of these other ones would lead to murder except for wrath. You know what I mean?
I'd say greed and envy could lead to murder.
Okay, yeah, you got me there. Yeah, that's true. And gluttony could lead to murder, but just of yourself.
Well, I wouldn't say that's murder. I think there's a different word for that we are not supposed to say on YouTube.
Yeah, you could just slide down the sewer.
That works.
Yeah.
Okay, according to this Wikipedia, pride has been labeled the father of all sins.
Oh?
Jake? What month is it?
Oh no. Which I don't think it'll be Pride Month by the time we post this, but still.
Okay, that's true, yeah.
Oh,
no,
man.
yeah, no, it'll be the 5th of July. Woo! Happy 4th of July yesterday, everyone in the future.
Dang, pride being the father, that's, I think maybe it's like in the sense of like you don't because of it all being in religious context, it's like being prideful, as in like you think of yourself higher than you think of God, and you don't.
That's probably like why it's because it's the opposite of humility, and humility is like one of the big godly attributes.
Mm-hmm. Because
so
it's the whole
the
like
opposite.
Yeah, because it's the whole where
because the seven deadly sins is all, I guess, not based in Christianity, but like
I think it started with Catholicism or something.
It's all
like
related to that stuff. Like
like the seven deadly sins are not in the Bible. So like
no, well they're mentioned in the Bible, but they're not like told like this is one of them. This is another.
Because
this is another.
The whole
it's
thing,
not like that.
The whole thing about the seven deadly sins is that like they're presented in the way that like these are the unforgivable. Like, you know what I mean? Like in the Bible, the only unforgivable sin is, not accepting Jesus or whatever. Like unforgivable meaning you can't get into heaven. But like in Catholicism or whatever it is that this was introduced in, they were saying these 7 things straight to hell. The other sins you can be forgiven for. These 7 things, nope.
It's not just hell, Jake. It's significantly, I guess I was gonna say worse, but like hell seems like it'd be pretty terrible.
Like purgatory?
It's different kinds of bad. It's not purgatory. There's different layers. There's 7 different layers for the 7 different sins, then purgatory, and then heaven. If you committed all 7 of the sins in your lifetime, good luck. You got plenty of time that you're gonna have to spend in this layer, this layer, this layer, and this layer, and until you finally get to purgatory, which is like your actual prison sentence where you have to serve your time. It's like a definite amount of time based on all the sins you've had. This could be all very wrong.
But yeah. We could just be creating a new religion here.
This is what I gathered from listening to Wendigoon talk about Dante's Inferno and playing the game.
Yeah. Okay.
But Purgatory is like the second to last one, where you just got to kind of chill out for probably thousands of years until you boom, you're finally there. You finally made it. Your soul is pure and cleansed because of all that time you had to wait. You get to go to heaven.
Yeah.
Dante's Inferno is so hard to read. I have it. Like I own books mostly to look at them. I intended on reading them. It's just like I'm dumb and am bad at reading.
What do you mean hard to read? Like,
dude, I don't.
Oh, you mean the book?
Yeah, the book, because it's not English like we speak now.
Yeah. Okay. I got you.
It's just very difficult words that I'm not used to hearing or seeing on a day-to-day.
Yeah, I got you. I thought you were talking about the game at first.
Well.
I was like, what is it like?
No.
Yeah, I got you.
The game is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally like, dude, they saw God of War and they're like, yo, what if we did this, but Dante's Inferno?
Yeah.
Dude, it's really fun. I haven't beaten it, but like, I got part of the way through it. Dante's Inferno was my first time seeing boobies on a video game, because I was at my cousin's house and one of my cousins was playing it. He was like 16 at the time, and I was my grandparents were watching them because my aunt and uncle went to do something on vacation or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandpa, like I sat in there listening to my grandpa just berate him for playing such a terrible game, as there's literally just titties bouncing on the screen as the lady gets stabbed in the back and dies, and there's just like her boobs are hanging out.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. I had to have been what, like 7 or 8? Oh man. We haven't determined which one's the worst. I don't think we're going to be able to determine which one's the worst.
I mean, for my money, I'm going Wrath, but if Google says it's Pride, then whatever.
Because, man, envy. What is the difference between envy and greed? Is that not? Envy is characterized as an insatiable desire, like greed and lust. It can be described as a sad or resentful covetousness.
When you covet something,
that was, I said that right. Towards the traits or possessions of someone else. Okay?
I think envy is like when you're envious of just anything, like if you're envious of something or like a trait that's like if you're envious of someone's strength or like someone's wife or whatever, but then greed is like not necessarily
physical
something
stuff.
somebody else has.
It seems to
greed
just be
is like, like
possessions.
Like if you're a multi-millionaire, but you're like, I need
the
more.
difference between
more money.
I want your money and I want your power.
Pretty much.
That's the difference. Okay.
Yeah. And then lust is like, I want your vagina. Or
hey, man,
whatever.
Let me suck on them toes.
But yeah, I was about to ask, have you heard about this? But I know that you're not very like, you don't keep up with much like movie news or whatever. So apparently they've already written a sequel to the Flash movie.
What?
Yeah, like they've written a sequel to it, and like right now the PR around the Flash, like the premiere happened, right? And they were in kind of a lose-lose situation because if they didn't let Ezra Miller show up, then that would have been the story. Like, oh yeah, the star of the movie couldn't even come to the premiere. So he showed up and he had like
he shouldn't have been allowed. He should be in jail.
He should, I'm sorry, they should. But then, like, Warner Brothers let him come. They
let him come? Jesus Christ!
They
throwing chairs at people, keeping kids locked in his basement, choke slamming some chick in a gas station. Now he's coming.
And dude, they kept like minors in a house with a whole bunch of drugs and guns and whatever, like for an extended period of time. And one of them was like a child that he had groomed for years or whatever. That
it's
like
insane.
That like the child's parents had filed a restraining order against him and everything. Like,
that's insane. How is he not just in prison?
No, I mean the trials and stuff are ongoing. Like, the court system is slow as hell. Like, but anyway, but they didn't let him talk to the press, right? Like he showed up at the premiere and they had some like pre-written statements for him to say and whatever, and he like apologized and stuff.
Wow.
But they wouldn't let him.
He did his big YouTube apology. We need to do a YouTube apology video one time. Not even to apologize for something that we've done wrong, just like out of nowhere, not after we've done something horrible, just apologize for literally nothing. Make it so vague. Cuz dude, is that not internet content? Does that not fit underneath our brand?
I am deeply sorry for the actions that I've committed. I know that I've hurt and manipulated many people emotionally, physically as well. And I just want to know
we have to be more vague than that. We can't make it sound like we manipulated and physically beat people, because that's
And I don't want that to reflect who I am as a person. I know that I am able to have the mental fortitude to keep my cock to myself, and I will
that
never
implies
again...
something worse than beating people, Jake.
Anyway.
Hey, guys. At least to my knowledge, Jake is not that bad of a person. He doesn't do R*PE jokes. IRL.
Never. Dude, okay. There's not really a way to segue this. I just have this written down on the stuff to talk about.
Yeah, just say it.
Yeah, so I am assuming you haven't watched it, but Ted Nivison's newest video?
The one, okay, it was his, about the music video that he made for Lovejoy.
Yeah.
Okay, you know the Spotify AI DJ that's brand new? It's pretty mid. Song? It did. It not that song. It played one of their songs.
Okay.
But I was like, I was just going through whatever. It didn't say who it was because it was like the second or third song into the cluster of new ones, and I was like, "Is that Wilbur Soot?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure enough."
Yeah. But anyway,
it knows I watched the video. I can't believe they actually lit Will Neff on fire for that. That was insane.
Yeah, man, they fucking killed Will Neff. That was crazy. But I just, like, because most of the time when I watch Ted, it's just, doing Chuckle Sandwich, their podcast. I forget, like, he went to film school, and, like, he made, and every now and then he has, like, the itch to, like, do something really creative or whatever. And that was, like...
Incorrect History of Burgers, wasn't that his most recent, like, big one?
It was Incorrect History of something. I can't remember if it was burgers or not. But, dude, when he got to talk to those people that made Nobody, and he got to film that action scene, that was awesome. The Milkman. Yeah, that was really cool.
It was Burgers. The Incorrect History of Burgers.
Yeah. I love his Incorrect History series. It's great.
Oh, dude, just the video before that, the quest for the worst secret menu items. Dude, we got a whole video full of Tucker. Dude, okay. Do Tucker haters actually exist? I don't think they do. I know that's a thing that's discussed. I don't think Tucker haters actually exist.
When the most recent episode of Chuckle Sandwich you watched was, but Tucker, he's on screen now more. There's a Tucker cam.
Nice. Yeah, it was
Tucker cam.
The last time I watched, he was not on screen.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Slimesicle is still there on my current episode.
It's wag. I mean, currently, I'm on, I think the next episode that I'm gonna watch is Cutie. She's on there. But anyway.
Nice.
Or maybe it's Jaden Animations and then Cutie. I can't remember. But yeah, I think the Tucker Cam started on that Chuckle Week that they did. So it's like a pretty recent thing that Tucker has a camera now.
Yeah, according to Ludwig, I'm on episode 100 of The Yard, but it's like episode 86 or something. He just said, yeah, we made it to 100 as a joke in the episode, so like, I'll say I'm on episode 100.
But really, it's like double that because they make an extra episode for the Patreon.
They do make an extra episode, but I do not pay for their Patreon, so I don't get to see them. Or I don't get to listen to them. Dude, if I did pay for the Patreon, the first thing I would do is go rewatch the podcast where Slime gets his entire body waxed on camera. He is literally nude, gets his entire body waxed.
That is whack. Do you get to see his penis?
Yeah. I'd assume so. He's naked on camera.
Oh, no. Okay. Well, hey, talking about this, eventually we're gonna do an episode like just straight up just talking about a bunch of YouTubers like as the main topic.
I mean, it won't be just that. There's no way I guess we probably could talk about YouTubers for 2 hours straight.
Definitely could.
Because like if I just start going through my list of subscriptions, I'd remember people that I haven't watched in a while and be able to say things about them.
I watch too much YouTube. I'm
subscribed to 177 people, or I guess it's more than that. When the extend said show 177 more, so
the thing is, like, I unsubscribe to people if
I don't. I do sometimes. I rarely.
Like, no,
if I get one of their videos in my recommended and it's like cringe now, that's when I give an unsub.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of people that just don't post anymore that I'm still sub to, but if it's like someone that I'm just tired of seeing there and I never watch their videos, I'll unsubscribe. like one of those Star Wars Theory. I used to watch a bunch of his videos. I just don't think he's as entertaining anymore, so I unsubbed. You know, but
yeah,
my YouTube is very organized. Like I always check my notifications for the videos that come out that I'm have hit the bell for, and I use my watch later a lot. Like I
have
always
296 notifications on my YouTube mobile.
I always have a backlog of like 40 to 50 videos in my watch later. Just like like if I see
put videos in my watch later a couple days ago for the first time since since the last thing I added to my watch later was when Toss a Coin to Your Witcher wasn't on Spotify and we had to listen to it on YouTube. It was the 10-hour version. That was the last thing I added to my watch later, so it was that long ago.
No, like, and I organize my watch later. Like, I'll have
I just go through recommended. I don't even click on the subscription tab.
I'll have things in order of like, shortest to longest videos, and then also in like, if it's one YouTuber, I'll like group all of those together so they'll play right after each other. And then if it is the one YouTuber, I'll do it by chronologically. But for the most part, I'll do it by shortest videos to longest. So I have so many videos on my watch later that are like 2 or 3 hours long that I just haven't gotten to because they're at the bottom of the list.
You want to know how I do it?
You don't?
I open up the YouTube homepage on my computer on its own its own window of Opera GX. So like if I have other stuff, it'll be just on a separate window. It won't be on a different tab because I need it to be separate. I need to be able to tell what the important tabs are, because I'll just go through the recommended and like, oh, that looks good, open new tab. Oh, that one looks good too, open new tab. New tab, new tab, new tab, until there's like 20 videos open in tabs, and I'd be like, I think this was that Mr. Ballin video. I'll watch this one, and it's like, oh, it wasn't. It was Jolt's dude, and then I'll watch a Borderlands video instead. Like, there's no rhyme or reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have had Ludwig's beating Tears of the Kingdom open on my computer since the VOD aired. Like, it just hasn't closed yet, but I haven't gone through it. I'm 6.5 hours in. I guess this is the second one.
In my watch later, I have like a whole bunch of videos and whatever, but I have in order the Thor Skywalker's review of every episode of Andor, because at some point, whenever I have a bunch of time, I plan to rewatch every episode of Andor and watch Thor Skywalker's review of the episode directly afterwards, so it'll just implant it into my mind just because I love Andor so much. And I really enjoy Thor Skywalker. Okay, so hypothetically, if, just for the sake of argument, we were big enough to have like the notoriety to be asked, just in theory, would you do Creator Clash if you were asked to?
Creator Clash is the boxing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if we were big enough to be asked, we would probably have a bit more free time.
Mm-hmm. And it involves a lot of like training.
It is a lot, because it's training.
Yeah,
it'd be fun to do.
You'd have to be fit.
I don't like punching people though.
I mean, yeah,
I really don't like punching things unless it's fake.
I mean, I'm gonna be real. The one time in real life that I've punched somebody, it was fun.
Dude, do you know how many times you've punched me?
Okay,
it's probably been a triple-digit number.
The one time that I've punched somebody with the intent of hurting them, it was fun.
Who?
Have I told you about that? Okay, it was when I was playing football during a game.
Oh yeah. You should still tell the story.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I know what you're talking about.
I was the defensive end, and this offensive lineman kept like holding me and like just grabbing on to me, and he like put his leg like behind my leg and like pushed me over it, like just shit that you're not allowed to do, like that should be a 10-yard penalty or whatever. Like he was just doing a bunch of illegal shit, and the ref never noticed. And then so what I did, I just kind of sidestepped, and as I went by him, I just sucker punched him in the gut. And he, stopped doing the stuff after that. And the ref also didn't see me do that. Go figure.
That works.
Yeah, which, like, it would have been my luck. It would have been my luck that the one time the ref was watching was when I did something. But turns out he didn't. So, it was very satisfying, because it was like, when someone is taking advantage of you being not aggressive and not, standing up for yourself when they're doing something continuously, when you finally do something back and then they back off, it is so satisfying.
I have not experienced that through causing someone a physical pain, but I have experienced that, but like the actions done to me were not causing me physical pain either. So like it was fine. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
I'll just say his name the one time so you know who I'm talking about. We could bleep it this once, but how he would just kind of like pick me up randomly.
Yeah.
Until he picked me up outside and I was next to a pole, and I grabbed onto the pole and like pushed myself back to the ground, and he kind of went down with me.
Mm-hmm.
He had to get up off the ground. It was like oddly slow how it happened.
Yeah.
But he didn't try to pick me up after that.
Mm.
Like it was never a big deal, but I'm glad he stopped.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like a mild inconvenience, and it was a little weird.
It was like me punching you in the back if we weren't friends.
Okay, that... If you punched me in the back and we weren't friends, it would be a little different. I might not punch you back, but I would get you to stop.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I would try my best to solve it without punching you back.
But the thing about me doing that, though, is that, like, the dude that I hit, like, he probably had 100 pounds on me. Like, straight up. He was a big-ass, like, offensive lineman. He was, like, 270 at least. He was huge. And I was, like, in senior year, I was 175. So, like, bro had some size on me, but he still backed off after I hit him in the gut. Which I don't even know how I did much to hurt him, because, like, there was a lot of padding right there, so I wouldn't. I mean, I guess it was more like in the chest, like in the rib area, than in the gut, because it, down in a stance, like his knees were bent and he was, bent over and whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, the doing Creator Clash, though, I feel like it would be fun because, like, I've said this on the podcast before. I've said several workout updates since I started. I started like a month ago, maybe. But I've gotten to where like I started out on my routine. I work out like 4 days a week, like on Saturday, Sunday, and then Tuesday, Thursday. But I've gotten to where, like, if I don't work out, like, I feel weird. Or not weird, but it's like, I want to go whenever I don't, which is like a good thing. Like it relieves.
I would say, I haven't said this in a while, but sayings are sayings for a reason. People do things like go to the gym all the time for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to have some good effect. It's like the same reason people drink. It's got some good effect.
Because it's like in the past, I have like tried to start working out for kind of the wrong reasons. Like I wasn't doing it for myself, like I would do it for like, for what somebody else would think of me. But now it's like for my own mental health, because it helps a lot with mental health. Even, I don't want to say even more than physical health, but like,
well, yeah,
dude,
it's good to get moving.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, good for you.
And
dude, that's what I learned from the Witcher books. You got to keep yourself moving, or them lactic acids is going to build up, and you're going to be all slow.
Especially with what I was dealing with, and doing this, the podcast has helped too. It's like, when you feel just stuck in life, like you're not moving forward, making any progress, anything. You know what I'm talking about? And you just feel like you're waking up doing the same thing over and over every day.
Yeah, that's when I quit that job.
Well,
I would not advise quitting your job. I think if you continue to do your job for the amount of time to get your journeyman thing, that'd be a bueno thing to do, because that would be very beneficial for the future.
I do hate it though. It sucks.
Oh yeah, no, I don't doubt it. I would absolutely despise doing the work you do.
Especially with the people I have to be around. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah. I'm glad that I don't have bad coworkers.
Yeah.
Like, I might not get along with everyone, but I do not, have negativeness in between me and anyone else. Like, it's either neutral or good.
But then doing this, especially when we start making like videos and whatever, like doing something creative is good for me, because it'll always be something different and new. And, so I won't be just stuck doing the same thing all the time over and over. Like, because I can't do that. Like, that's why it's internet content. We can do whatever we want,
Yes. Please do expect a large variety in the future.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be here.
And with working out, it's like, oh, if I'm not making any progress in any other aspect of my life, at least I know that I'm making progress somewhere. Like, I'm bettering myself in some way, and it feels really nice. You know what I mean? Because it's like before I started working out, like trying to do back exercises, I was like, I don't even know, like, how the hell do I even I can't feel my back muscles. Like I can't flex them. Like, I don't know, like, where they're even supposed to be at. But then it's like, you start doing it. You start like what I did, the lat pull downs and the bent over row. It's like you're supposed to bring your shoulders back, where like your shoulder blades are as close as they can get, and like squeeze right there, It's like, at first I was like, well, this just feels like I'm just moving my shoulders. But then, as time goes on and you do it more, you're like, ooh, like I can feel my back. And now, like, when I'm just sitting down in a chair or standing up, I can like flex my back muscles and tell the difference between my delts and my lats. And like, it's like unlocking a new muscle that like I didn't realize I had, because like that's just something you don't really ever use unless you're working out. You know what I mean?
I don't know about you, but I've got too much back pain and had to learn how to stretch all kind of which way. I experience many muscles in my back.
It helps with back pain so much. Like doing the bent over rows, it's like you bend at your knees just a little bit, and then you bend like at your hips, but keep your back perfectly straight, or arched a little bit. And while you're bent over, like you're holding up the weight with the muscles in your lower back, it helps lower back pain as well. And it makes, it's mainly working out the muscles in your upper back, which is the ones that people see the most. But like, it helps with back pain a whole lot as well. Like having strong muscles around your spine, it takes the pressure off of the spine, when doing any activities. Yeah. Man. And then did I tell you the other day, I just casually ran 8 miles.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't run the whole way, but
I mean,
but
still, walking that distance is still a lot. It's 8 miles.
I mean, I ran a good bit of it, like, not half or anything, but a good bit. Like, I was just watching the Braves game, and I walked while they were playing the game, and I ran during all the commercials. And dude, like just watching the game, and like my mind was completely off of running and breathing, and like, like, dude, I like 2 hours passed and I didn't even realize it. Like, my mom texted me to see if I was okay. Like, I had been there
Were
for
you,
so
like,
long.
running on a treadmill?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, if you were running outside, how the heck were you watching something? It's like, oh yeah, go on a jog around my house.
The treadmills there, they have like perfect little things you can put a phone on to watch stuff. Like, they know
Dude,
that's what people are gonna do while you're on the treadmill.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude, I used to bring my Switch to the gym when I would go. Cause like you just pop the Joy-Cons off, boom, playing Borderlands 2. I mean, like, cause it's been years since I've gone. I'm not a very fit person. I have been losing weight recently. I don't know how. I guess I've just not been eating as much.
Yeah.
But I need new pants. But like, I would be on the treadmill for an hour.
Yeah.
That would be my warm up.
But like, I recently changed the routine to where, like, instead of a dedicated like cardio day, which I figured like it's not very efficient, because cardio is efficient when you do it, regularly.
To do cardio as like every time.
That's what I'm saying.
Before your weights.
That's what I'm getting to. Well, before I just like did jump rope for a little, like I jumped rope like 50 or 100 times or whatever just to warm up, but it wasn't like very much cardio. But now at the beginning and end of every workout, I go a quarter mile, and which it just takes like 2 minutes. It's just 2 minutes of like running. Like, I go like 7.5 miles an hour, so it's like not like a dead sprint, but like you are running. But like, man, since I changed it to where I run at the beginning and end of every workout, like, I felt better like this whole time since I started working out, but since I started running more, that's when I started to like actually notice me losing weight. Like, I stayed about the same weight even after I started working out, like 200 even. A couple weeks past, I've been working at 200 even. Then after I started running more, I was like, oh, I lost 5 pounds, and it's like 1 week. It's like, damn. I weighed myself earlier today. I was 193.
Dude, I can't believe we are almost the same weight.
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
you've gotten heavier not because of fat, but because of muscle, and I've just been kind of losing fat.
Well, I
somehow.
I don't think I've gotten heavier because of. I haven't gotten heavier. Like, I've lost weight since I started working out.
Oh, I thought you were like 175 before, and
dude,
that you bulked up.
No, man,
what?
No. That was when I graduated high school. I was 175. Like, right after, boom, I hit 200. Like right after I graduated and I stopped playing sports and whatever. I've been 200 since 2019.
Yeah, dude, the heaviest I've ever been was in 2016. I went up to Maine to visit my grandparents.
And you had a shit ton of ice cream?
Dude, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay. I gained so much weight being around my grandparents. My grandma cooks food all the time. She's like, it's delicious. Oh my God. That's the worst part about it, is how good it is. There's this, it was like only up in the northeast of the US that they have this brand of ice cream. I forget what brand it was, but it was blueberry ice cream and it had like actual blueberries in it.
That seems really good.
It was good. Okay, so it came in the standard like 2 quart size. I would eat one of those in 2 days, and then she would just get me another one.
Yeah.
And another one, and another one. I had probably 10 of them. I had probably 5 gallons of ice cream that month.
That's how my grandma is too. If she gets something and she noticed that it goes quickly, she takes that as, oh, they liked that, I'm gonna get more of it.
Yep.
Dude,
Yep.
I was like that with red velvet Oreos for a little bit. Red velvet Oreos. I have consumed an entire case of red velvet Oreos in one sitting before. Now, that sitting was like over the course of a lot of hours. I just happened to not get up during that. Only to refill my milk.
Yeah, I got to like 260 that summer. I was 15. I was 15 years old, 260 pounds. I'm 22, and I was 209 today.
Mm. I think the heaviest I've ever been was probably like 210, somewhere around there.
Yeah, like right after high school. Well, I guess it wasn't right after high school. It was probably about a year after high school. And I started doing the landscaping stuff.
Yeah.
When I still lived in Georgia. I started keto a little bit before doing that.
You lost weight so quick.
Dude, I lost like 45 pounds in a month.
Like how much did you weigh like at your lowest during that? Because I'm pretty sure you weighed less than me for a little bit there.
I got to like 170.
Yeah.
Like the 165 to 170 range. It was insane.
You weighed less than me for a good little bit.
I felt like I was going to die every day I went to work. Like, it was so nice when we worked in Thomaston because we would stop at Walmart and I would literally go in and get one of the close to expiring packs of sandwich meat because they were salty, and I would just sit in the truck and eat slices of cold, like, ham. Just because it was salty and I needed it. That and a bottle of Gatorade. Delicious. Oh, man. That was, like, dude, I felt like I was going to pass out so often.
Yeah, no, dude, I couldn't do that with what I do at work. Like,
oh no, I would never do it again.
Yeah,
but I was 19. I was so full of energy back then. And these 3 years have done a number on me.
Then the keto that you were doing, you were probably like not getting the like nutrition that you needed. In what you were eating.
Literally ate hot dogs, eggs, cheese, and bacon, and pre-cooked Tyson chicken. That we could stick in the freezer. That was my meals. Dude, I loved me some 5-6 fried eggs with bacon and cheese, and you cut up 4 hot dogs and stick them in there too.
Have you seen like the microscope of a hot dog?
No.
It's so nasty. There's like so much fucking bacteria that live inside of hot dogs.
Hot dogs are disgusting.
Yeah.
You're supposed to eat like maximum 1 hot dog every year.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know how many years of hot dogs I've eaten? Jake, I'm going to be good till I'm like 500 years old. And I ain't stopping. I'm shooting for at least 6,000 by the time I die. Dude, yeah, when I was doing keto, I would literally, like, in the middle of matches, in the middle of Crucible matches of Destiny 2, go out to the kitchen, tear off the 4, like the half of the pack of hot dogs, separate them, get the 4 hot dogs, just take that cold pack of hot dogs back to my room and just kind of munch on them. Use the package as a sleeve, like a chocolate bar. Imagine hot dog flavored candy.
That would be worse than like the bacon flavored stuff that they make. That artificial
Dude, I had
bacon
bacon
flavor.
hot chocolate one time.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, we were in Rock City up in Chattanooga, and they had it for sale, and I was like, man, that's gonna be disgusting. I want to try it. The hot chocolate did not taste like bacon, but it was really weird to get a piece of bacon in my swigs sometimes. So I ended up just kind of drinking the hot chocolate and then dumping all the bacon in my mouth in one go. Because, like, their flavors didn't really mix. they still were very separate in the drink.
Yeah. Dude, that reminds me of what was it that you got at Sonic? Was it like a root beer with the chocolate flavoring?
So at Sonic, if you use the mobile app, you can customize to your heart's content. You can get anything put into your drinks. If it can be put into one drink, it can be put into any drink. So I got chocolate sauce put into a root beer.
Pro tip, a Red Bull slushy, cranberry flavoring.
Dude, that is the best ever. Because, like, I can't believe they took cranberry Red Bull from us. Like, I know that the watermelon Red Bull is pretty delicious. Like, I am not gonna lie and say that cranberry is better than the watermelon anymore. But the cranberry was so good. Why can't we just have both? And I would love to be able to get a 12-pack that has 4 blueberry, 4 watermelon, and 4 cranberry.
Yeah.
That would be the best. Oh my god, that'd be so good.
On my end, we said that would be the best, just synchronized.
Good. Yeah, dude, we didn't even get to the thing that I made at Sonic.
But talking about watermelon, though, it's funny that watermelon is the best flavor of Red Bull and White Claw. That's all I had to say. Continue.
Okay, so you know how you can add hot fudge to your sundaes?
Yeah.
And milkshakes and such?
Mm-hmm.
You can add hot fudge to your teas and sodas as well. So, I got a root beer with chocolate sauce. It was it? What, like 40 cents? So it was worth it because it was so cheap.
All drinks are half off on the app. Beautiful.
Yeah, dude, so fire. They're always half. It's always happy hour.
It's always happy hour.
Sonic app.
Hell yeah.
But the guy gets out there with the one thing I ordered, and that was at the point where we went to that Sonic so much. Like, me and my mom both went to that Sonic so much, even just on our own. We wouldn't even have to sign in, depending on who was working. They just recognized our cars and knew us by name. It was, dude, it's so crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the guy, he comes out, he, says, man, I ain't never seen anyone do this before. He had to watch me try it, so of course, I indulged him. I tried it, and as you would expect, it was delicious. Just kidding, it was bad.
So it was actual hot fudge?
Yeah, it was
How did it mix in
chocolate.
With it? Like, was it...
No, it was just sitting on the bottom.
Okay.
You still taste it. It was gross.
That's
it was not... those flavors did mix together, unlike the bacon and chocolate.
Oh, God, yeah.
Chocolate and root beer, they mixed a little more.
Mm-hmm.
It was gross.
Yeah, so, in today's obscure quote of the day, Landon will try to guess who said this obscure quote.
I'm so excited right now. I didn't know this was happening. This makes me full of joy.
Your mother is a worn-out pile of rubbish with more male acquaintances than there are flies around an outhouse. And no, not outhouse, oat house.
Is this character in a video game?
Yes.
Is this character in Sly Cooper?
Yes.
Okay, guys, I had no clue this was going to happen. I had no clue that he was going to ask me this question. Dude, how is it that every time I ask you questions like this, like you're trying to get me to guess something, how did I guess Ogdo Bogdo 2
and the Rancor? I
still haven't played. I still haven't played since that episode was recorded.
It's the neurological link.
I'm still trying to guess. Okay. I feel like that's a thing Bentley would say.
No.
The turtle.
Mm-mm.
Ah, man, it was the hippopotamus then.
Mm-mm.
Dude, I can't imagine Sly would dog somebody like that.
Mm-mm.
No. Then it's not somebody I would know from that game. This is impossible for me to guess.
I've talked to him. I've talked to you about him before.
Dude, I don't know any other characters from that. I know Carmelita Fox, but she's not a dude. Is it the big robot owl?
No.
Dude, here. Okay,
It is a villain.
I'll give myself... Well, man, I wasn't wanting you to narrow it down. I figured it was a villain.
You've named all the good guys already, pretty much.
Okay, let's see. Okay, don't say anything else. All Sly Cooper villains. So it's not Clockwork. It's not Owlboy.
Mm-mm.
No. Is Dimitri a...
Dimitri?
Ding. Is that him? He
Yep.
looks like someone that would insult someone's mother.
Yes, it was Dimitri. Dimitri Lousteau. In which game did he say this in?
You're playing the third one right now, so I'm going to say it's the third one. That's why this is fresh.
It is the second
one. And this
one.
is the only reason you've... Man, you suck.
It is Dimitri Lousteau in the Norwegian dub of Sly Cooper 2.
Okay.
It is Dimitri in the Norwegian dub translated to English from Sly Cooper 2. That's why it is an obscure quote.
Okay. Okay.
One thing I want to talk about for the outro. The short will be posted straight up 4 weeks before this episode comes out, but I just wanted to explain in more detail. So instead of making more in-depth edits with pictures and videos that I find wherever, instead of doing that, it's just going to be the gameplay that we use for the podcast episodes, still with the text on it. But because it takes 2 or 3 hours to edit one, 45-second video. And if I'm ever going to make other videos on the channel, I would either have to quit my job or figure out something else to do with the shorts. But with doing that with just a gameplay, it takes me an hour at the absolute max. If it's a full minute and we're talking really fast, it'll take me maybe an hour,
That's why I gotta start talking really, really fast. I can't stop talking. I just gotta keep going and going and going and going, and I can't stop. And I basically gotta become one of those auctioneer guys. I can't do it. I don't know how to do. I don't know how they do that, but they do go to school for it. You have to learn how to do it. It's I don't know how hard it would be to learn. I don't even know what kind of muscles to use. It's really hard to talk fast. I can tell I'm slowing down because it's hard to keep this up.
Like I did for that 1 minute of sports content with the boys that one time that I'm not going to continue doing.
Like I did at the very beginning of this episode.
Indeed.
I did good. I did the intro, Jake. Woo!
But now since the shorts are going to take less time to do, I'll be able to, get more out. So they'll be coming out more and more consistently. So really the only variable will be how many good moments are in each episode and not, oh, can Jake edit these TikToks before, 7 weeks after the video comes out? You know what I mean? So.
All right. This is our call to action here. We need stands. We need you guys to make fan edits for us so people will watch those to drive traffic. I want fan-made clip channels that consist of every second of the podcast.
100%. Edit the full podcast for us for free. Just do it. You listening right there. Joseph, do it.
I was going to say John. We did both go with J names.
It just be like that
okay,
sometimes.
Okay. Conspiracy theory. All right, ready? This is one I came up with on my own. Don't worry about how this does not apply to you. It applies to me and only me because it's not real. Okay. I would say, like, the 3 closest friends that I've had since not being a child, the most influential, all three of their names have started with a J. My mom's name starts with a J. She's influenced my life in this way. Because, okay, you, J. Jaylee, J. We could keep her name in. She'll show up one day. She's already agreed to it. We just haven't got that
figure out the
figured out yet.
logistics.
Like, I would really like to wait till we have more of an audience, because I feel like that's going to be really entertaining. Because especially the longer we wait, the more she'll have to talk about.
Yeah.
Because she's got some crazy stories.
Mm-hmm.
But Trey, I know that one seems a little weird, because Trey obviously doesn't start with a J. He gets called Trey, or at least did at the time. I don't think people call him Trey anymore. I think I'm one of the few.
Is his first name Trey?
No, his first name is Johnny. He's Johnny the Third. Trace. Okay. He's the third. Okay, yeah. Also, my mom ruined my life, and I told her about this. Obviously, it's a joke. I love my mother, but she went and catered at one of the places that I normally cater at, and she was like, "Man, do you ever have the problem of cutting your hands on the pans?" Because she was saying how, like, the edge of it was sharp, and I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? Literally 3 days later, I went and worked there, and for the first time ever, I cut my finger on one of those pans. She ruined my life. She spoke these finger-cutting pans into existence.
That's so weird. I've never seen a pan with, like, a sharp edge. How does that even...
Not like a cooking pan. I will send you a picture. Gosh, if I can think of what it's called. It's not a Cambro. It's not a... That kind of pan. It's okay. Very square.
Yeah.
Because it's meant to go out, like, on a buffet. I can't think of what the containers are called.
Yeah, I get what you're talking about.
Schaefer's.
Schaeferless?
Sternos are the little fire things that go under the Schaefer's to keep the food warm. Cambros is what the food goes in to stay warm from the shop until it's ready to be put on the buffet.
No, Landon, a Cambro is a male who frequents chatterbait.com.
Jake, go jump in a hole and slowly bury yourself. Do you have anything else to talk about? You said you had one or two things left.
Those were the two things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The thing about the YouTube shorts and the thing about the quote. So on that note,
I did enjoy the quote. No,
indeed.
Shut up. Guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you for showing up today. I think Jake makes these outros way too long, and we don't need to shout out everything every single time. You guys know where our links are, down in the description.
But the links don't work on YouTube. I don't know how to fix them.
That. No, Jake, shut up. I'm serenading the audience. Why don't you just stroll on down there? Give that like button a nice, good caress with your mouse. Then one big, firm click. That's going to do it for us today, folks. I hope you all enjoyed. And we'll see you next time.
Suck a cock.
So, Jake,
yeah.
Have you ever heard of Jenkum?
I thought you were going to say Jenga at the start of that word, but Jenkum?
Yeah.
No.
I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I have no idea.
We're going to have to start this over. You didn't say what like I needed you to. Okay. Because I'll tell you what it is. Sure, we can have this in. We can just have like bloopers of me explaining what Jenkum is.
Yeah, and just a lot of noises of me moving around in my chair. Yeah,
it's okay.
Or we can cut it out. We'll probably cut it out.
No, this doesn't need to be the start. We don't need to, I do not need to explain what Jenkum is at the beginning of the video. That's a bad idea. That needs to be thrown at the end.
Rambling will be later on.
It can be put in, but later. Okay. Jenkum is when you shit and piss in a bag, you tie it closed, and you go set it outside somewhere where nothing's gonna mess with it for like a month. And then you get that bag of fermented shit piss, and you take a big whiff. Just sniff it. The gases that come out of it, knock you out and make you hallucinate.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't do it, though. It's terrible for you.
I would assume.
I don't even want to know what that smells like, because shit is bad enough.
Yeah.
Imagine it being a month old. That's gotta be bad.
Yeah.
Anyways, we could we could start the actual thing.